Hello, Loup Power District, employees, retirees, family, and friends, and welcome to this month's edition of Canal Chronicles. We're in the holiday season, and I obviously want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year as we get there. We'll talk a little bit about safety this month also, but I also want everybody to be safe, get to where you're going, enjoy time with relatives and friends, and really have a very joyous holiday season. Obviously, and as most of you know, this is my last Canal Chronicles as I'm retiring at the end of the year. When we started this over 7 years ago, it was kind of an idea between myself and our communications coordinator, Stacy Wimhoff. And I have to give a lot of kudos out to Stacy for learning about how to go through this process, for talking to the folks. We kind of took an idea from NPPD and made this our own. We do not have any professional studios where we can do this, no teleprompters, so it's all done kind of as our memory collects during the given month. But Stacy came up with a plan, said let's try this. We did it, and it's worked out very well. Prior to Canal Chronicles, we used to do everything with a short one-page memo that we put out on our website that people would look at as a summary of the board meetings. But we really did find that this was a much better way of communicating to employees, retirees, and others about what's going on at Loup Power District. In addition to board activity, we could report on other activity that's going on and about the district, and it has worked really, really well. So I want to give a lot of thanks out to Stacy for working with me. We used to have to do these in about 45 minutes to get 10 to 15 minutes of content. We now can get them done in about 20 minutes, so just shows how much better we are at preparing these. But Canal Chronicles has been something that I've been very proud of, and I'm very happy that we kind of came up with this as a way to get messages out to others in the community. So thank you for all that, and now we'll get into some of the discussion of the board meeting. At the board meeting today, the board discussed a lot of issues with regard to our non-capacity license amendment. As you all may remember, in October of 2024, we filed a non-capacity license amendment with the Federal Energy Regulatory Commission as a part of an amendment to our current license. This was to deal with low flow issues in the Loup River and hot water temperatures in the Platte River down by Louisville, which were all part of our license. In November of this year, FERC issued their environmental assessment of that, and comments were due by the middle of December. Comments were filed by the United States Geological Survey and the United States Fish and Wildlife Service, as well as by the district, and all the comments were very friendly to FERC's environmental assessment. There were some clarifying questions asked by USGS and by the Fish and Wildlife Service, but for the most part, the comments were very complimentary of what FERC had gone through and of the district's non-capacity license amendment. So now we sit and wait for FERC to act on the environmental assessment and on the district's filing. Hopefully that'll be done in the next month or two, and then we can move on with filing a final operations compliance plan with FERC that will put to bed pretty much all of the license issues that we have outstanding. We do have a couple of year-end reports that we're in the process of preparing, a recreation plan report and a bird species report to FERC, which are part of our normal requirements. And then in February, we'll have a few more additional reports to submit. But it looks like we're kind of winding things up as we go forward with the license. This is great news. It's a long time coming. Obviously, we started the process back in 2005, and here we are 21 years later, and it looks like probably within the next year or so, we should be finalized with the process. So this is great news, and we're really excited about where this is going to lead us so we can put that to bed as we move forward. In other news, we're still working with the Federal Energy Management Agency and the Nebraska Emergency Management Agency regarding payments from the 2019 storm. We're still slightly under $4 million short of payments from both FEMA and NEMA, and we think that will be coming along here fairly quickly. We're starting to see the process speed up a lot as we finish projects, and we're hoping to get some more money back from those agencies as part of the effects from the 2019 storm. That's great news also. That obviously helps out the district's cash flow overall and is a good sign for where we're at. So getting all of those wrapped up, getting all of the projects pretty much finalized is kind of recovering. Again, a 7-year process to get all of the damage repaired, and continuing to get money back from FEMA and NEMA is an important part of where we're at as part of the district, and will really help out our bottom line financial position. One other exciting thing that happened at the board meeting today was that the board of directors approved a new hydro purchase power contract with Nebraska Public Power District. As you know, in October, the district signed a new wholesale power contract with NPPD, and we wanted to have a hydro contract that kind of coincided with the wholesale power contract. So we've been negotiating with NPPD over the last year on that hydro purchase power contract, and finally reached agreement with NPPD management on that HPPC. The board approved the terms and conditions in that HPPC, so that was executed by the board of directors at today's board meeting, and here we are now. We have both a new wholesale power contract and a hydro purchase power contract with NPPD that run through 2060. That's great. That's one less thing that we're going to have to worry about as we move forward, and it's very good for the district. Terms are favorable for the district and really help us maintain our autonomy with operating the hydro purchase power contract and the hydro facilities without having some other entity looking over our shoulder. I'm grateful for NPPD for their work in getting this completed, and the negotiations were difficult at times. We provided a lot of information to NPPD, and they were very grateful for that information and utilized that information to come up with something that's attractive for both parties. So NPPD is able to utilize the capacity from the hydro as part of their need for capacity overall, and it gives the district some guarantees as to where we are going in the future with revenue from the hydro system. So that's great news, and we're glad to have that completed moving forward. Over the past couple months, the district's been working on budgets and a cost of service and rate design study for the district. At the December board meeting, the board approved an overall 7.3% increase in retail rates for the 2026 period. I know rate increases are never fun, but this is really needed to continue with the increased infrastructure needs that the district has, ongoing operations and maintenance cost increases due to inflation and supply chain issues, and our continuing load growth throughout the 4-county area. Overall, for an average residential customer, you will see a $127 increase per year, approximately $10 per month. And we're hopeful that given everything else that we've been doing, we'll be able to keep future rate increases to a minimum depending upon where we are at. Of course, we are seeing a 4% increase from Nebraska Public Power District on our purchase power cost for 2026. So that has to be taken into account when dealing with our rate increases. And that is the biggest chunk of the 7.3% for our overall customers. Again, as I said before, no rate increases are fun, but we have got a large amount of infrastructure projects over the next 6 years. As a matter of fact, all of our capital budgets for the next 6 years are in excess of $15 million. And moving forward, those are some things that we're going to have to deal with as we continue to make infrastructure improvements to the district's overall facilities. Again, there's a lot of ways customers can look at reducing rates and reducing cost, as you can look at various energy efficiency ideas that the district has. Look at our website, loup.com, for that, or you can contact us and ask about various energy-wise incentives that we have with the Nebraska Public Power Districts. Again, there are many ways to do this: turning down your thermostat during the winter, turning it up during the summer. I know maybe that makes people feel a little uncomfortable, but there are ways to save money with your electric bills, and we're willing to work with you in a lot of different ways. So don't hesitate to give us a call, and we will work with you to do that. So I appreciate everybody's understanding on this as we move forward. Hopefully it won't be too much of a pain to all of our customers, but it is something that we needed to do, and we worked very hard with the board to get to a 7.3% increase versus something higher. So I mentioned safety earlier, and it wouldn't be a Canal Chronicles without talking about safety, but the district has gone since September of 2024 without a lost time safety incident. This is great, and because of that, the board of directors approved a safety holiday for 2026 if the district can maintain a no lost time incident rate through the end of 2025. This is a real incentive for employees to, again, remember to remain safe, work safely, make sure you're doing everything the right way, keeping all your other employees safe in what we do every single day. I'm very proud of the district. I think this is about the 5th or 6th year since I've been here that we've gone a full year without a lost time safety incident. And if you consider the types of weather and types of conditions that we work in and the amount of man hours that we put in, it's really a testament to the district and our employees for what we do every day. I want to thank you guys for maintaining that safety level, and that is very, very important to all of us here at the district when we can go a full year without a lost time safety incident. So congratulations, and again, let's make sure we can continue that through the rest of 2025 and hopefully through all of 2026. So now we've reached the end of my time here at Loup Power District. I have had a tremendous 20-year period here at Loup as the president and CEO. And first and foremost, I want to thank all of the employees here at Loup Power District, all of my VPs, starting with David Bell, Kim Grubaugh, Ron Ziola, and Kendall Christensen when I started here, and the current set of VPs that I have, Todd Duran, Dan Helbush, Walt Williams, and Corey Hubza, who obviously will be taking my place at the beginning of 2026. Those individuals have been great to work with. I've also had two great assistants, Vicki Dilfer and Angel Robach, who have helped me out tremendously. But it's really all of the employees, and it's all of the employees that make up the district. Yes, I sit up here and people know who I am because I'm the president and CEO, but it's really the employees who are Loup Power District. And my family, Joe and I, cannot thank all of you enough for making us be part of your family. I could not have done any of this without you, and my whole family thanks you for what you've done for us. We are staying in Columbus. We're not planning on leaving, and we really look forward to spending time with others in the community and looking forward to seeing you in and about our daily lives. I have made so many additional friends as being part of Loup Power District, and when I started this 20 years ago, I never thought I would get to this spot. I hoped I would, but you can never really think about it until it happens. And here we are, we're nearing the end of 2025. My 20-year time has come to an end. It is time for me to step away, and I'm looking forward to seeing what Corey can do in his position when he starts in January. I've worked closely with Corey over the last several months, and I really do look forward to seeing what he will do with Loup Power District moving forward. He's got a lot of great ideas, and he was an absolute fantastic addition to Loup Power District when we brought him in 2020. So I want to thank Corey a lot and look forward to his leadership of Loup Power District as we move forward. So thank you, appreciate everything, and I look forward to seeing you in my retirement. And as always, be happy, stay safe, and God bless you all. Thanks.